Good morning. From 2020, 2020 Form 4562, Depreciation and Amortization. How to depreciate a business car, or how to depreciate a car used at 100% for business. We are going to assume you purchase a car in 2020 for $20,000 and start using it early February 100% in your business. So you choose not to claim Section 179 and you elected not to take any special depreciation. So what is the depreciation deduction for the car to claim in 2020 tax return? A car is a 5-year property class life. Let's go to the publication 946, which you will find the link for on nenastop.com under free download. No email is required to access it. And you need the publication 946 to find the rates. So 5-year property automobiles, cars, buses, trucks. Okay, so it is a 5-year is included in 5-year property class. So step 1, you'll complete the depreciation spreadsheet with the car information. So if the car is the only asset placed in service in 2020, that's what we will assume. Then you're not even going to worry about mid-quarter convention. Because you place it in service in any quarter other than the last quarter, automatically you fall back to half-year convention. That's what you will use. And because you are using the car 100% for business, let's go to our spreadsheet, depreciation spreadsheet. So you'll complete your depreciation spreadsheet with the car information. So purchase. What year did you start using it? I believe February 2nd. So the date you place in service, and you use 100%, and because you purchase it the same year and place it in service the same year, the market value is going to be the same as the cost. Is 20,000. The business use is going to be the same because it's 100%. So it's going to be 20,000 times 100% is going to be 20,000, and the business and investment use is going to be 20,000 as well. It's taking the investment and business use percentage times 20,000. So it's going to be 20,000. No Section 179, no special depreciation. So depreciation for basis for depreciation. Let's see. Basis for depreciation is going to be business and investment use minus Section 179 minus special depreciation, and it's going to be 20,000. So you'll complete step 1, and let's complete all the remaining area of step 1. So you'll use publication 946 appendix A to complete the bottom section of step 1. So it's going to be page 69 of the publication 946, how to depreciate property. We are going to use GDS, General Depreciation System, and we enter under Depreciation Markup System, GDS, depreciation method. We want to use 200%, so we add it there as well, 200 dB. Recovery period is GDS 5, and so recovery period GDS 5. Convention is half year, so half year, so we'll stay in the first row here, half year, and we can enter half year on our spreadsheet. And month, quarter placed in service was February. Now we will look for, and it is a 5-year property class. For the month or quarter placed in service, any will work. The table name is A1. So we will write A1 on our spreadsheet, depreciation spreadsheet. Now we will complete step 2. And step 2, depreciation year. We will need to copy the rate. So we know that's table A1. We will look for table A1 by scrolling down past page 9 of publication 946. So that's table 1, and recovery period is 5 years. That's the recovery period for the car, and we will recover the cost, the full cost, by year 6. So we'll copy the rates from year 5 to the spreadsheet, and we will enter under depreciation rates. So the depreciation deduction will automatically calculate for us. Is going to take the value, the basis for depreciation, times the rate for year 1, the basis from depreciation times the rate in year 2, the basis from depreciation 20,000 times the rate in year 3, the basis for depreciation 20,000 times the rate in year 4. So it's going to be the starting basis for depreciation times the rate for every single one of the year all the way to year 6. So if well calculated, the total depreciation deduction should equal 20,000, and we have the total up. So if it's not, the rate is wrong, or the formula is broken. So you will double check them. Depreciation balance is just going to take that 20,000 basis for depreciation, the starting amount, minus 4,000 for the first year, and the balance minus 6,400 for the second year. But for the car, you are not going to really pay attention to the depreciation balance and the depreciation deduction in this session. We need to enter more criteria here, because there is a maximum depreciation deduction allowed for car, so we have more in the spreadsheet. So those are the tax years, starting with 2020, 2021 for year 2, 22 for year 3, all the way to 2025 for year 6. So the maximum depreciation deduction, it is found on the publication 946. Page CC. So this publication is for 2019. 2020 is not released yet as of February 2021, but you'll pretty much read the instruction properly. So place in service in 2019 until 2020 is released. You'll use the information for 2019. So you want to make sure they say place occurred after September 27, 2017 and place in service in 2019. So we are going to assume it's going to be the same for 2020 unless we have a new version release. So for date placed in service 2019, that's the row you'll pay attention to. The first year the maximum is 18,100. The second year the maximum is 16,100, and the third year is 9,700, and the fourth year and later years 5,700 cc. But if you elect not to claim any special depreciation allowance, or the vehicle is now qualified, is not a qualified property, the maximum depreciation deduction is 10,100. So for 2019, so 1,100 is going to be for the year 1. For year 2, we'll keep it the same. Year 3, we'll keep it the same, 9,700, and year 4 and later 5,700 cc. So we'll go back to our spreadsheet and we'll copy those numbers and enter in the spreadsheet for all the year, starting with 10,100 for year 1, because we are not claiming special depreciation on it. So your deduction is going to be the lesser of the depreciation deduction and the maximum depreciation deduction allowance. So the spreadsheet is calculating it for us, and it turned out that our depreciation deduction is less than the maximum depreciation. So we are going to claim our depreciation deduction, not the maximum. So your deduction column is the column that you'll keep well in your record, because that's what you'll be claiming on your car. And the balance to column is pretty much taking, the first year is 20,000 minus that 4,000, and the second year is that 16,000 remaining balance minus 6,400 that you claim in year 2, and so forth. And or you can take the sum of year 1 and year 2 deduction, subtract it out of 20,000 for year 2 balance, and year 3 balance will be the sum of year 1, year 2, year 3 deduction, subtract it out of 20,000, and so forth. And by year 6, your depreciation balance should be 0. If it's not, something is wrong. So the spreadsheet will calculate your deduction, the depreciation balance, and the regular depreciation deduction, the depreciation balance, but you have to enter the depreciation rate, the tax year, and the maximum depreciation to take. And the maximum depreciation, you'll rely on publication 946, the latest version, to find it. And that's how you calculate your deduction. That will go on Form 4562 for the first year, and then for later years, if you don't place any asset in service, you will just claim it on your, you will just claim it on your business tax return. And I'm going to continue by saying that, but that's my personal opinion, because you are using it at 100. A car is a leased property. It is a leased property. So that means you can use it for personal and business. So if you are using a 100% business, well, you could easily put your depreciation information on Part 3, Section B. If you keep your car at your business place, is used 100% for business, you could use Section B. But because it is such a thing that it can easily be used for personal and business, you could also use Part 5 and use line 26 for properly use more than 50% in your business. And then you'll complete Section B and Section C. So the choice is yours, but depending on how you are using the car, you could choose between the two parts. So if it is kept in your business on your business property, it's not used for personal, it's just business use, well, you could choose between Section B Part 3, or if you think the use will change, you could enter in Part 5, line 26. There are some type of automobiles that are not listed properly. The way they are designed, they cannot really be used for personal. They are meant for business, like fire truck or police car or young ambulance. Those type of vehicles, they are, business purposes. So it will make sense for those to go on Section B, Part 3, and the passenger car that you can use for business and personal to go on line 26 if you are using it for more than 50% in your business. The choice is yours. And for a car that can easily be used for both business and personal, well, if you are using it for business, anyway, for the universal track they use to see how you are using the car, to confirm that you are using 100% for business. Thank you so much for your time. Well, you are the owner of your business. You know what is right for your business. So do what is right by it. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We thank you very much. You all that subscribe to our channel, we thank you very much for all your comments. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and thank you for reading our blog. We appreciate it. We have a playlist, a video playlist, 2020 Form 4562, Depreciation and Amortization, where we have videos on how to depreciate a business asset. We do have a category for articles or how to depreciate a business asset as well, where we have all the articles related to depreciation. We do have our online stores, including Libre download for spreadsheet, PDF that you could use to manage your finances and your business successfully. We have our LibreOutlets.com for resale products, LibreLabel.com for custom apparels and stationery, and NinasSoap.com for natural products, including soap made out of unrefined oil and towels made out of natural fiber. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, Liberman Consulting L.L.C podcast, and NinasSoap.com. Keep in mind, if you are looking for Form 2020 Form 4562, the instruction for that form and publication 946, you could find the links under free download, federal forms and instructions on NinasSoap.com. You don't need to join our email list to access our free downloads. Thank you so much for your time.